Hello friends, welcome to my channel, The End of French Life. My name is Shraddha and I make videos about expats and some travel vlogs here and there, which I haven't done in quite a few months now. I mean, lockdown. And as you must have seen my vaccination video, I have also done a grass vlog, but I think this video was more important than that. I will put it for sure. For sure. There is another tour vlog I have done for Nice and I will put that as well, but this was very much in demand from like past 1 month. I have received so many messages about this topic. It's about how you can come to any foreign country for education. Many people seem to be sorry many people seem to be a bit confused from where to start, and I can little bit understand that. Not totally, because in my university, like, most of my friends went abroad before me, and like, yeah, so I had some guidance from them, but I was the only one still who came to France. Most of them went to US, some went to Australia, some to Canada. Anyways, moving on with this video. This is not just particularly for France, but for most of the countries. These are some basic points which you need to cover before starting the application procedure in general. So first thing first, you should have a passport, a valid passport with a good validity. I mean, make sure it has like 3-4 years of validity. I mean, it can depend, ask the visa people, but I'll say on the safer side, keep like 3-4 years on the back. Otherwise, यहाँ के renew कराना पड़ेगा. But again, passport. Then, if you're thinking of anywhere in Europe, France, IELTS is a very important exam. Try to give that exam and try to have a good score. I think a good score can be anything above 7 or 6.5, I think. Or we have other exams like TOEFL, we have a Cambridge exam. And for Europe, if you want to go for public universities, they will mostly be in the local language. Like in France, we have it in French. So if you have a good grasp of the local language, thumbs up, dude, thumbs up. You have won the war. You have. So have those certificates, like whatever level you have done. I'll suggest have a level above B2, like B2 or C1 in any local language for that purpose. Uh, Next, I will go for other exam scores you might need. It can be GRE, GMAT, or any other paper. GRE, GMAT is one of the most accepted. Another is SAT if you're going for a bachelor's. We are not just considering masters over here, but bachelor's also. Like my sister gave SAT. She went to Canada. So you also check whatever particular college you're trying to apply, what score they are asking for before going for those exams. Second is something which you need from your school or from your college. It's a transcript. There are two versions. One is consolidated and the other one is semester wise. Ask your college or your school about it. They will provide you a good transcript, because most of the colleges ask for it. They might ask it a scanned version, or the other things you can do. Ask the college how they need it. Next is LOR. That's a letter of recommendation. It basically states it's a letter from your professor. It can be from your employer or from your principal or from anyone, stating how capable you are, and letter of recommendation basically. So if you're in school, try to get it from maybe your principal, your teachers. If you're in college, try to get it from your professor, your deans, chancellor, whoever you have worked with. And if you are working right now, then try to get it from your employer. The higher the position of the person who is writing you the letter, the better, but it can be from anyone, someone who you have worked under. So next will be a nice statement of purpose, or SOP, or personal statement. In this particular letter or essay, you will tell why are you so interested in doing a particular course, what are your aspirations in life, and what can you achieve by the degree you're trying to apply for, and why do you want to go for the particular country, things like that. Try to make it as precise as possible, because in most of the foreign countries your grades are important, but this makes a lot of weightage. Like, make it prim and proper, pour your heart out in it, and make it as convincing as possible. This is one of the most important things you can write for the college or for the course you're trying to get into. And next will be your finances. I mean, deciding a particular country, a particular course, or a college, it is also majorly dependent on the kind of finances you already have or you can plan off in the future. Like, if you want to take a loan or anyhow, discuss it with your parents or with whoever is going to sponsor. Or if you are like self-financing, then have a look at your options and plan it ahead. Then another thing will be mentioning your extracurricular activities. This comes under your resume. Obviously, you'll have to put up a resume for the college. I mean, resume can be a bit tricky for people who haven't had any professional experience before, like it's with many people. In India, many colleges don't really have an obligation of you doing an internship during the college tenure or during the school tenure. Like over here, it's a bit different. Like, people start their jobs, internships, or part-time when they're 16, so they have something to show in the resume from a very early age. But what you can do is you can include your projects, whatever extracurricular activities you have done. Like, you were a part of a sports club, you were playing tennis, football, cricket, or if you're in dance, or you're in the literature society, debate society, etc., etc. There are many chapters to be a part of. And on that note, like, I was from an engineering background, we have like the tech chapters as well. We had IEEE, and there are many such chapters which you can nicely mention over there, because extracurriculars matter so much, because colleges abroad are looking for someone who is an all-rounder. They don't just stick on to their educational excellence you have had. Obviously it is important, but you have to show that you have a personality, you are capable of doing a lot of things, you are a good team worker, and you also have certain leadership qualities. So project yourself to be someone who knows a lot of things apart from your education as well. I do also have a bit of advice for those people who are still very much focused on the studies. Yes, being focused on studies is a very, very, very good thing, but explore apart from that as well. I mean, obviously you need a break from your studies. You cannot just be inside your books or just in your classes. Show yourself in other places. I mean, try to develop yourself. Like, it will give you a good boost. Like, if you're in sports, you will have good social skills, you will know how to network around you. These and all are important qualities. So I think I have covered most of the important things required for college applications abroad. First thing first, don't get anxious. It happens, it will happen, and if you have confidence in yourself, you will be there where you want to be. So just take a deep breath and start researching. Start researching about things, like Google around the universities, and yeah, it will give you a nice idea about where you want to be. And yeah, that's about it. Maybe in the next video I will talk about how I came to France, what was my application process, and how I managed to get a visa, and how anxious I was, how anxious my mother was. Like, am I going to get my visa on time? Am I going to land up on the right time for the semester? But I did land up. I graduated recently. You must have seen my previous video. I'll attach it here. Check it out. Check it out. The other videos I have done regarding this, I have done a first time in France video. I have also done what mistakes I made when I came to France, and the playlist, I'll attach the playlist right here after this video. check it out. And this is it for the video, guys. I'll see you guys the next time. If you like this video, then like this video, comment on this video your questions, your suggestions, what you want me to cover next. Share this video with your friends, with your family, or whoever you think can benefit from this video. And subscribe to my channel, The Indo French Life, for more such content. I'll see you guys the next time. Bye bye.